Welcome everyone. This is going to be a video just showing off Windows 8 on a tablet versus an iPad. Now I've seen a few other videos here on YouTube, but none really go into as depth as I really want it. Now this is a Samsung Series Slate. This is owned by my good friend Kevin, who's playing Orcs Must Die 2. Is it awesome?
Oh hell yeah, it's freaking awesome.
Okay, so he is allowing me to make a video with it. Now, I plan on getting one of these. I just really don't feel like buying one at the moment, but there is a newer model coming out that has a dock where it just docks down, and it's a laptop kind of thing. But on the Samsung Series Slate, it's got a camera, it's got ventilation, and yes, it actually does shoot out hot air. It's got volume up and down, it's got a USB port, headphone jack, micro HDMI, power cord, which I really think that's a crappy spot to put a power cord. I think they should put it either on the top or, closer to the top, whatever, but yeah. And yeah, it's got the power on and off and rotation lock, but it's got, of course, the home button on the bottom. It also comes with this nifty little pen, and this pen is actually pretty awesome. It's by Wacom. And yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. Now, of course, we have the iPad. This is the iPad 3. It's the 4G model. That's why it has the black bar in the top. And it's the 16 gigabyte model. So we're going to show them off. I'm going to turn them on. So as you can see, it turns on pretty fast. Swipe here. This is on lock, but I'm going to hit the button now. 1, 2, 3. And it shows you the time, which is actually really nice, and it does a background, shows you battery life, Wi-Fi. This is the RTM build. This is not, any release candidate, but we're going to sign into it. Okay, so we're signed in here. Now, basically, these are the home screens across both. Now, Windows 8 is approaching a hybrid-like setup here, where this is your start screen. This is something that people are a little ticked off at. I personally have been using Windows 8 on desktops for a while now, and I really don't see a problem. I do say it's a much better experience on a tablet. But you do have your desktop, and you could just slide right in. So, yeah. And we do have actually Starcraft 2 on here, and it does work. I can show you. You hit it, it's going to load, play, and you can actually play Starcraft 2 on one of these tablets. Not too shabby, something that the iPad just can't do. So yeah, it is in fact running Starcraft 2 on it. Wings of Liberty. But of course we're going to quit this, but yeah. We'll quit. But, on the sidetrack there. So this is the home screen on both. Everything you lock through, you can either hit this button or you can hit the home screen button, which is pretty cool. Now on here, basically, of course, it's the whole double tap and you can open up applications, and this is your home screen. It's pretty static. There's really nothing much to it. But now, here's where it gets actually pretty cool. Now, within these Metro apps, Internet Explorer versus Safari, it's a no contest. Internet Explorer blows away Safari. Here's why. You go on YouTube on each. It has this very nice keyboard. And we can do, there we go, perfect. It's going to load there, and we're on YouTube on here. YouTube on Windows 8 is the full-fledged YouTube. You go in, you load up, let's say, Lego Great Ball contraption layout. It's going to load it, and you can, in fact, zoom it up in full view. The problem with when it comes to here is, let's say I try to load up a video, I hit it, there are problems where it just sometimes doesn't want to load. And that's because the Safari browser is very limited in what it can do. Meanwhile, here we do have full flash support, which is definitely cool. And it's very silky smooth. You can go and, of course, this is where the pen becomes very nifty, because you could hover over it. And that's why it does this. When you hover your mouse, or it's kind of like a mouse, you hover it over it, it follows you. So you can make a selection without touching. So if I want, I can go and tap on reply, which I have to sign in for, but it can actually do that. And you can even close it with an app. So this is actually really interesting, the way they did the whole pen thing. Because if you hold this little button that's on there, you tap it, it does a right click. regular right click, regular right click. It's actually pretty cool, and you can keep doing right clicks or regular clicks. It's actually really interesting. So the Wacom pen is awesome. It does not work on, of course, the iPad, but they do make styluses that do work. It's using capacitance, touch, and stuff, so whatever. But on the iPad, the web browser is severely limited. On Windows 8, again, every web page loads the full web page. You know, if I want to see what this article is, I can just load up the article. It's right there. You can do double taps. You can do pinch to zoom. If you really want to orientation lock, you can actually rotate it. So you will have one of these here. You know, it will actually work, and you can do a double tap. You can zoom into the part of the article that you want. Very fluid, very Apple-like, and you can just swipe your finger up from any aspect, bring it up, and you have the keyboard here. So it's basically like Windows Phone 7, which is very cool. And of course, you can just bring it right back, and it does the lock there. Now, on the top, you can create new tabs, but you could also create in private tabs, something that the Safari browser still doesn't fucking do. All it does is just keep creating tabs. Like, it doesn't do the, I want to look at porn tab view. So you do have in private browsing, which is excellent. Now, going on to other apps, you can load up weather, you can load up other stuff here, music apps. Now, one of the other great things you can do when it comes to music is you can drag from the side. Actually, I want to drag from the side, and you can hover out the Internet Explorer, let go, and now you have a micro Internet Explorer web browser. So you can go from here, and you can actually type in to that particular multitasking window. You can come over here, do a search, and this will search the music app. So if I want to load up MSN, MSN will actually load here, and you can zoom. So it's like basically having a little phone browser on the side with full flash support. And if you want to make the Internet Explorer browser bigger, you can just swipe it to the side. You can slide it this way, let go, and it will change the viewpoint. So you can make either or your primary, or you can just say no. You can just slide out and just go back and forth, which is pretty nifty. And of course, you do have the full keyboard out and about in Windows. So now, the spec-wise, you can... Oh, hitting the wrong stuff here. I don't know why this is doing this, but there you go. Performance, it does the whole thing, showing this is actually a Core i5 inside this tablet. Again, it does run games and all that. So now, I do like the iPad. I've been using it ever since the original one. I mean, in many ways, it's a great tablet, but I do think that it is falling short, falling way behind in the times. I mean, I never cared for Android. I didn't like Android, their phones. I don't like the tablet. So Windows is going to be that alternative. For a person that's tired of Apple, where they're just stale, the same old shit, Windows is really where it's at. I mean, you can even do cool stuff like, for instance, you could write. So if I want to write, I can do my name. I think it picked it up. Jock. Nope, it's Bath. Wow. Gene. Cat. There you go. I got one right. Yay! My handwriting is shit, guys. I've never been good at handwriting. I've seen other people do it much better. It's got the split keyboard. Pretty much, the iPad has the same thing. You just press and hold. You do split, which it didn't fucking do. There you go. You do have the split keyboard on the iPad. So yeah, you can just dock and merge. So that works there. So, would I recommend a Windows 8 tablet? You bet your ass I will. Right now, this is a first generation product. I know tablets have been around for a while, but right now this is still, it's really for the enthusiasts right now, but you wait for Windows 8. When Windows 8 is fully available, you will be able to get yourself a newer model of this, which is slightly faster and stuff. But yeah, the live tile interface is great. Start screen is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I just think that people are not adaptive to change. Would you say that, Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah, you played with Windows 8. What do you think about it?
Love it.
And you use that on your main rig, right?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, if he loves it, you should love it too. You know, it's pretty easy. I mean, I don't understand why people are so ticked off about it. But yeah, definitely a must-have. I highly recommend Windows 8 to people. I mean, if you really want to see something pretty cool, it does. The shutdowns are pretty ridiculous. So we're gonna go and we're gonna shut this thing down. And when the light's off, it's shut down. And it's down. Now watch, I'm gonna hit the power button. It's gonna be on, right? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. 7 seconds. So you're in. Windows 8 is ridiculously fast at going in and out. And I mean, one of the things that people were a little concerned with was, of course, well, with an iPad, you can do this. You just hit the button. Okay, it's locked. Hit a button. It's unlocked. You can do that with Windows 8. You hit the button. It goes into standby pretty quickly, and it, you just hit the button, and then within a few seconds, it's not as fast as the iPad. I can definitely say that, but it's definitely up there with being really good. As I said, you have the best of both worlds here. You do have a full-fledged desktop as well as the ability to have an iPad-like interface. So, highly recommend Windows 8 tablets. I don't recommend the Windows RT because it's not like this, where you get the full-fledged shit, but yeah. So take care, guys. Look out for future content.